Всем привет! Добро пожаловать на мой канал. Летом мы с мужем ездили навестить мою семью и родственников в Казахстан. Мы были в Алмате, и сейчас у меня появилась идея снять впечатление и мнение Дэвида про эту поездку и вообще про Казахстан. Дэвид будет отвечать на английском, поэтому для некоторых это хороший повод попрактиковаться, а для тех, кто не знает английского, я сделаю русские субтитры. Ready?
Yes.
What was your first impression from city, from airport, and
so coming into the airport, I noticed that even at 6 in the morning, the city is very lively, and that's something that I noticed, I think, throughout the trip, which is that people there more often than in other places just walk from place to place rather than take a car or some other mode of transportation. So that was nice to see. It felt like there was always something going on outside. Something that I didn't like that much was the air quality in the city, specifically downtown. I thought it was hard to breathe a little bit. People were telling me it takes 10 days to get used to it. Well, our trip was 10 days, so it was kind of sad but funny. And outside the city, though, the air was perfectly fine, or outside of downtown in particular.
what do you think about nature, mountains, and all that stuff?
Oh, Kazakhstan is certainly a beautiful country. It was great to see these enormous mountains in the background all the time. We did a lot of traveling around and sightseeing, and going up with the ski lift to the mountain was very nice.
Мы ходили кушать в разных местах, в основном кушали привычную для Казахстана еду, как плов, манты, бешбармак, куурдак, шашлык. И сейчас узнаем, что Дэвид думает про еду.
I loved it. It was great. A lot of meat, a lot of dough. I ate horse meat for the first time. That was very interesting. It's pretty good. I would eat it again. I tried mare's milk for the first time. That I would not try again.
It's good. It's healthy.
Yeah, it was sour and it was not what I expected. And overall, I thought the cuisine was very similar in many ways to Russian and I guess Turkish cuisine maybe. Mm-hmm. And that's something that is close to me, so I loved it. There was meat for almost every meal, which was a little bit overwhelming for me, but was tasty nonetheless, and it was very filling. It was very hard to make room for all the food that we ate on this vacation.
What do you think about prices, and is it expensive to live in Kazakhstan?
No, the prices were very cheap. It seemed to me that the cost of living there is fairly low. Food, everything was pretty inexpensive, especially I think transportation. We drove around in a taxi for like an hour for just a few dollars, and here in the US that would cost like 10 or 20 times that much at least. I also noticed a lot of wealth disparity there. It seemed like that there's a lot of poor people and some rich people and not really that many people in between. Maybe that was just where I was, but that was the impression that I got.
Yeah, and where we were, there is also more rich people.
Yeah.
I think in other cities and in villages, there is like almost only poor people. What was your impression from people?
It was great. Everyone that I spoke to was very friendly, especially, of course, Aida's family. I spent all of my time with her immediate family and extended family, and they were all very, very pleasant, very hospitable, and I was very happy to spend my time with them. The only thing that was difficult was making room for all the food that they insisted that we eat. So it was very nice, and I had a lot of fun. It seemed that some people were overly curious to the point that they weren't exactly polite when it came to things, for example, like asking Aida if she was pregnant, which is something that in the US is looked down upon. And yeah, maybe people were just a little bit more direct with their speech in Kazakhstan than they are in other places that I've found.
What do you think about sightseeing?
We did some great sightseeing. So first we went up on this ski lift. What was that called?
Chimbolak.
Chimbolak. That was beautiful to go up and to be able to see all of the city from up there, and just the scenery up there itself was also beautiful. We also went to the Baracholka, which was a lot of fun. We only saw, I think, a little part of it from inside, but it was great, and I especially liked the people rolling the carts around with the sesame treats inside.
Казинаки.
Казинаки.
Да, мы успели съездить на Барахолку, потому что Дэвид не бывал в таких местах, да? И это было прикольно, да. Я хотела, чтобы он посмотрел. Phil, get back! Phil, go, get back! Get back, Phil! Ты сейчас камеру заденешь, иди!
He's playing with him.
Phil, move!
Go, get back, get back.
What you wanted to say in conclusion?
To summarize, I would say that Kazakhstan is a beautiful country that was certainly a lot of fun to visit, and that I would go back to visit in a couple of years maybe, and that it would be nice to see maybe some other town or city that we didn't go to because we were there for just a short 10 days, and Kazakhstan is a huge country, and there's, I'm sure, a lot left to see.
Okay, thank you. А на этом все. Спасибо всем за просмотры. Если у вас есть вопросы или комментарии, пишите ниже. И, может быть, мы будем еще снимать такие совместные видео. Всем спасибо. Пока!